Wow, this is gonna be my last time in this room again for 2 more weeks before orientation. So the past month or so has been mainly devoted to applying to micro scholarships and housing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's been a journey. Two songs that I've been obsessed with lately are just it's playing in my head a lot, especially since I don't know. I got I felt pretty giddy this past weekend or so, just cause it could be the hormones and whatever. So those songs are Jenny and Dua Lipa's Handlebars, and then Central C's Obsessed with You. I gotta nail down that UK drill accent. Oh my goodness, I really love the compliments from a couple of my mates. That's really great. Yes, I'm doing something, doing something. I love impressions. I love impressions. So this video is just to lay out my academic and lifestyle goals for as I go into this grad program. And yeah, so let me dive into it. Of course, as any big commitment has, you always have, or you should have, your non-negotiables. So obviously academics is the number one priority, and so tutoring and going to office hours it's a given. Like, I have to do this differently the second time around. And then what else we got? Oh yes, I gotta keep my dance breaks in place because I think dancing is a fun and real easy way to just blow off steam, whether it's at a venue or just in your own room. Of course, being in a new city, you gotta explore it. And then, of course, hanging out with my classmates already from the introductions, it was amazing and really validating to see that a dozen other people also wanted to do something surgical down the line. So I was like, yeah, that's my people, that's my people. Let's get it, let's get it. Okay, so let me dive into the academic goals that I have, starting off with the office hours on a bi-weekly basis. Mainly, this will be used to build rapport, discover hidden opportunities, or even scholarships because we're all broke out here. It's an investment, it's an investment. And of course, any sort of advice because they've been there, they've been in your shoes, or well, they've seen students walk in and walk out of their door, out of their program. And if I can talk to a dozen grad students who've been through this, I can totally knock out bi-weekly office hours. Yes, yes. One bad habit I have, especially since high school, for whatever reason. I think it was a coping mechanism. I'm not really sure why I did this, but I did not check grades in a timely manner. So this time around, particularly for exam grades, I need to check those within 2 days of posting. And then I have a reason to go to office hours. At minimum. And then attend all lectures and or TA sessions. So with my student guided campus tour, she told me that the attendance dwindled drastically from 200 students to 50. And so sticking it through and being one of those last men standing is a very easy basis for professors to recognize you and to put a face to a name. Yeah, I feel personally I do pay attention more in person than watching pre-recorded or than watching recorded lectures. I think I did okay during the pandemic, but the engagement is just not the same. I'm on a mission to visit a new campus every month. Harvard, MIT, Northeastern. I'm gonna hit them all. Maybe even meet some law students. I don't know why I'm interested in that kind of friendship, but I'd like to, again, just expand my network and gain more perspectives. I feel that is something that I value in my friendships, my long-term ones too, when we're all in different fields and we exchange ideas, we exchange stories and experiences, all that. Okay, now let me switch over to the other side of the coin, lifestyle. How to remain a little whimsical, down to earth, keep my personality and soul intact. So the first thing is doing monthly vlogs. So this year it'll be 9 vlogs. Pretty doable. It's like it's my pregnancy project, I guess. Yeah, Yeah, so I think one of the experiences that I would love to show is learning how to sail. I don't know how. I think I can make time for it. I think it'd be interesting. And get back on the water. So kayaking twice a month would be pretty liberating, pretty liberating. I do enjoy my mornings. I love quiet mornings. And so when I was visiting Boston for the second time, seeing that the sun was already up at 5:30, whoo, oh yeah. My day was made. It set the stage. It set the stage. And speaking of setting the stage, Sunday resets is a big deal this year for sure. So Sunday resets, it's about planning out the week, meal prepping, and going to church. Let me go back to meal prepping. In case you don't know, I'm Vietnamese, and Boston, I've only been to a few restaurants, but their Vietnamese food is lacking love, it's lacking flavor, so I have to learn some new recipes, and I definitely got to cook that maybe every other week. Okay, and then the last thing about staying grounded is I need to, or I will attend some counseling sessions, workshops, maybe even find a therapist, because your friends, they, even if they articulate very well, their advice is unwarranted, uncertified, and sometimes even delusional or toxic for the plot. For the plot. Ooh. I don't blame them. I know sometimes life is, it gets so peaceful, and you just want a little something in there. Yeah. And sometimes instigating, sometimes there's consequences to instigating for the plot. That's just a warning. That's it. All right. Thanks. Thanks for listening. Till next time. Peace out.